Hello.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing alright. Not too bad. Had better days, but I think I could be saying that about the entire week, to be honest.
I've definitely had better days than today.
Stressful?
Got in a fight with a friend. It's never fun.
Bad fight or just
No, just
shit?
stupid shit.
Yeah.
Always stupid shit, I feel like. He's like a brother, and you know how little brothers can be. Dipshits.
I more deal with bigger brothers, sadly. But they have the same tendency, just more cuntish, I guess.
Yeah, siblings in general can be
fuck that.
cuntish.
Yeah. Well, hello.
Yeah.
So my name is Sean.
Yeah.
I did that bit. I also go by Irish. I guess just wanted to introduce himself properly and yes, a curiosity about you guys. Never heard other raiders. Never heard of anybody besides Wade. I don't really know Wade either. Yeah, just wanted to see if I could ask you a few things and stem my curiosity.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I mainly just find out about you guys as people, really.
Yeah. So, just to give you a little backstory on me. I'm from the South. My dad was a cop. He's a dick. I left home when I was 16. And I've been traveling basically nonstop since then. I ended up traveling with one of my friends from high school. Her name's Alice. She is part of the Raiders. If you see her around, it's Alice Omen. She kind of enabled me, I guess. And we moved around a lot together, kind of all over the US. She had some familiarity with MCs from her past. And we ended up falling into, I guess, kind of like a hang around role with a bunch of different MCs while we traveled. We never like settled anywhere. You know, I was never a patched member. And I don't know, I liked it that way. I met Rue, who you met. She was with me down at Mosley's.
The friendly type.
The friendly type.
The friendly type, yeah.
I was actually robbing. I was working at a motel at the time, and I would go and I would steal out of the mini bars and then just like bill the customers for it. And I was stealing out of her mini bar, and she caught me, and we ended up becoming friends. But people that raised her were founders of Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back in the, I think it was late 70s. And I don't know. I ended up getting to know about them through her. Kind of heard about their downfall. They were at war with another MC and kind of got their asses beat by the PD. And their president died. And the whole thing kind of just went to shit, and they fizzled out in early, I think it was like 2005, something like that. But I don't know. I had just gotten out of prison for about a year when she was telling me about all that, and me and Alice have been moving around so much, we decided to finally settle down. I met Wade while I was in jail, and he told me that he was thinking about coming back here. And so the rest of the members, people that you're probably not familiar with, Basin, which is Alice's half-brother, my friend Max, Rue, Dax, Drake, Taylor, all these people that me and Wade had both met, you know, traveling, prison, wherever else. All of us that really hadn't found a place decided to come together and, with the blessing of the founders, reinstate the Raiders. And so that's where we are right now.
Okay. Well, just so it's not one-sided. Obviously, there's a reason I'm asking, but MCs weren't really something I ever thought of until about 6 years ago, maybe a little bit less. First off, I'm Irish, come from Ireland. If you didn't gather that already by the accent. Don't want to delve into why I came here, but got driven to here. Couldn't stay at home. And sadly, the Big Brother thing followed me along the way, and he's here. Well, I don't know if he's still here, but he was here. And I started out here mainly as driver, as cliche as it may sound for people around here. It's something I loved, got an adrenaline kick out of, but could never be satisfied by it. Ran in a crew. It was good for the first, I don't know, 6-7 months, and then the lack of just structure and stuff drove me insane. And that's when I found, I don't know, obviously, Wade will know. I don't know if he's told you about what the BBMC was.
A little.
Well, that's where I found my home. That's who I was a part of. Still am. Even if the PD and the government saw otherwise.
Heard about that too?
Yeah. I was the road captain. Did a very long stretch in prison for the war. I'm sure you probably heard about that as well.
How could I not?
Yeah. That That was something, for sure. And I do apologize. I am the worst at talking about myself, so I'm probably missing a lot of stuff that has happened.
I feel like you're
But
doing great.
You can probably get a lot happened in that year, in general for me, and then the time I was a part of the club. Did a very long stretch in prison because of that. Got out. And ran amok again. And helping build up what the club became, which was, in my eyes, probably the best it had ever been. So much so to the point where we stood down in Vespucci, about 20 of us, all our cars, stolen PD cars as well, to a trooper coming down saying they had a Christmas present for us. And gave us our formal warning to cease and desist, or we will get RICO'd. You probably guessed we told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it went quiet for about 6 months, and then got ambushed. They brought literally everything you can think of, more than they brought to the fucking island during the war, to dig us out and erase us like we were never even there. That's exactly what they did. Have you ever been in a fight that, you know, there's a point you just know you're not gonna win?
Yeah, I have.
Well, I reached that point. They came in waves 3 or 4 times. And the third one, let's just say I did enough to get it to the point where they didn't want to prosecute me here. And I got sent back for the Irish government to deal with me, which ended up being a bad thing for them, but did 2 years. Evidence they had on me got dealt with, got out, but I was under a surveillance that I'd never felt before. Couldn't breathe, couldn't go down to the shop without something following me or knowing that I was being watched. And if home didn't feel like it before, it definitely didn't feel like it then. So I found myself back here. And that is the very broken up story of me anyway. Sorry, I'm terrible at chronological stuff. I always get through stuff, forget that I said something before.
Great.
Well,
Listen, if you're leaving shit out, I don't know any better.
that's a good point. That was a very good point. But yeah. So I couldn't help my curiosity.
Yeah, I get that. I think a lot of people are curious about us, what we're doing. I don't know. Obviously, we're kind of finding our footing, where we fit in. But I think we're finding it pretty quickly. I have a lot of ambition.
Mm-hmm.
about who we are and what we're gonna do. First things first, we've got an election coming up. And I want to see somebody who is going to be beneficial to all MCs, not just my own, in a seat of power. And it's been my goal and what I've been working towards to unite all the MCs as a voting bloc.
Ooh.
And so far, we have the cooperation of the Lost, Neon Tigers, and I spoke with Chaos Legion earlier today.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm a chatter again.
Secondary to that, I want to cause problems. I hate the PD.
Got that in common.
I know how they work. I know how they are. I was very familiar with what that lifestyle is like. And I want to make their lives difficult. In every fucking capacity. I guess that's why I'm so hell-bent on getting somebody who gives a shit about MCs, either in office, as chief of staff, treasurer, whatever it may be. Because then I can give PD hell from the inside and the outside.
Organized chaos.
I'm impulsive, but I like to think that I'm smart. I make bad decisions, so I have to make enough good decisions to make up for it, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense. Something I've definitely put into practice in the past.
What are your plans?
That is a very good question. There's a lot of stuff with question marks over it that I'm unsure of. And then there's others with a lot more certainty behind it. The PD one is definitely something that I don't particularly need everything concrete around me to cause havoc.
I've heard a lot about the BBMC. You guys got any plans? You're still a family, right?
Most of us. 5 years
Enough.
changes a lot of people. Some people have changed out of their own control. Some people have been through a lot.
I don't know you can erase a bond like that, though.
No, I can't argue with that. We all, I mean, I had a look through today and of how many people that were either in that fight 4.5 years ago or had left just before it. We're missing one name. That's it. Everybody's back.
And what's stopping you?
Nothing, really.
Something is.
No. I don't think any of us are in any particular of a rush. A lot of us, including myself, as you can probably guess from just even wanting to talk to you, I love information. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody wants to know this, everybody wants to know that. Everyone wants to establish themselves here, there, and everywhere.
Mm.
And me personally, I'm happy with them being the first to do whatever they want to be. There's a reason why the BBMC was one of the biggest parts to taking down the old government. There's a reason why that there were 50 or 60 of us on that island and it took 150 plus and they still nearly lost. Because we'll never be the first to do anything, but we'll always be one of the best to do it afterwards. Something the PD learned very quickly before the war and was ingrained into their heads afterwards was you don't fuck with the BBMC. And after the war, everyone in the city knew that.
That's what I want. I don't always start fights, but I finish them. I'm not afraid of conflict. I'm not even really afraid of losing. I think losing is good for people sometimes.
You learn the most from your losses.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell the amount I spent in prison after that fucking war, I definitely learned a lot about my losses. Well, after I'd recovered from it.
But I don't ever want a loss to keep me down. I want it to light a fire under my ass. The Raiders, as it stands right now, we're untested. We're new. We're establishing ourselves, and we're going through growing pains. We're all kind of finding our place. You know, our crew, some of us know each other really fucking well. Some of us don't know each other as well as I would like us to, even if we're all acquainted. And I'm ready for those bonds to be forged in fire. It's not like I'm inviting in, conflict
No.
before we're ready for it. But I'm ready for us and other people to see what we're made of.
PD is always a good starting point for that.
You know McNulty?
Yes, sadly I do know that ginger cunt.
He's apparently building profiles on all the MCs.
Really?
He asked to meet with me specifically, yeah. He told me that it was not a special meeting, that he was planning on meeting with the Lost, Chaos Legion, Neon Tigers, whoever he could get a meeting with. And he asked point blank, like, what we were about. And I told him that I was here to cause problems. And he basically said that, he wasn't there to have a conversation and convince us not to do anything. He said, you're going to do what you want to do. And I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And he said that no matter where we go, inside or outside the city limits, that he's going to police us just as hard as he would, in Little Seoul. He basically said he's a country boy.
Oh,
and
sounds like
seemed
him.
like MCs are his specialty.
What do you think about him?
I liked him.
Any particular reason?
I've been looking for an enemy.
That's good.
He'll find out. Because I'm sure he's going to fuck around.
They always do. That's the best part about them.
But he doesn't seem like a pushover, and I admire that,
I mean, where's the fun in that?
Exactly. If he's gonna fold the first time we stand up to him, then doesn't really feel like a win,
What if they don't play clean?
Who fucking cares? I'm not playing clean.
Well,
You think they're gonna play dirtier than
No.
we can?
no, not necessarily. I guess I mean it in a different aspect. I'm always curious where people's in terms of themselves, where their line in the sand is, or in this case, where their line in the snow is. What are they willing to do? And if they do it. Some people can be all bark, no bite.
What do you think he might do?
If this PD has any sort of insight as to what happened to the previous government and the police department before that, which because he very well could be, he could be playing dumb, having these meetings, looking like the, I was going to say gullible Irish country boy, but he doesn't give off gullible. I think he tries to give off smarter than he is. I mean, that's what I would try to do. That was him.
Agreed.
But this is how it'll start. It'll be back and forth. He'll find whatever you do. He'll catch you, whatever you do. It'll be back and forth between you two. Maybe he does something, goes back on what he said he was going to do. Maybe he hurts somebody that's close to you. Or not, doesn't even have to be him. It can be any officer. Any officer that picks a issue with you guys because of what you do, or any of us, and starts acting with malicious intent, because it's happened in the past. I doubt it won't, that it's not going to happen in the future. It doesn't even have to be a PD aspect. It can be anybody. You can also tell me to go fuck myself for prying, but
I'm an open book. I'm not shy about how I feel about things or my intentions.
good.
If McNulty had the forethought to ask more specific questions, I would have answered them. But he didn't care to pry. He just basically said that he wanted to build a relationship with us that was based on honesty. I'm not gonna lie, I can be snaky. I think anyone can. But I like to think that I'm honest most of the time. But I'll be clear. If he hurts somebody that I care about,
Here we go.
the gloves are coming off. I don't care if I like somebody. I don't care if they've been honest with me or if I have a good relationship with them. The people in this club are my fucking family. More than my mother or my fucking father. I'd do anything for them. I'd die happily. Getting revenge for one of them. Protecting one of them. It doesn't matter if I have a good rapport with McNulty. If he or any other PD fuck with them, I'll do whatever it takes to show them that that shit won't fucking fly with me. Like I said, I finish fights. I'll always hit back.
I
Always.
believe that.
Tell him
Tom
fucking
believes that.
dead.
Well, he's gonna need all the luck he can get.
Something, something, Irish luck. So we'll see.
Yeah, I appreciate you being open with me, you know? About that.
Like I said, I'm an open book.
That's my next question. It's not really for me. Denim or leather?
We're in leather.
Okay. It was more of a Finn question than my own.
What does Finn want to know about it?
Finn's denim forever. Well, the entirety
sure
of
he
the
is.
club was. And will be.
It's pretty non-traditional.
That's the BBMC.
Looks good on you guys.
It's been a while since I've worn denim. It's nice. I fucking hate not having a cut on my back.
Fucking same.
And speaking of, I guess, traditional, or where do the Raiders fall on that?
In what sense?
Well, in terms of what would be known as a traditional MC, because I'll be honest, I know of the loss and you know what they were, and but not too much. Never like didn't take too much interest in how they were set up or the structure. Or was a bit preoccupied, and I know for a fact that BBMC was not traditional. Pretty much anything that we did. So I was just curious how your club runs.
We take inspiration from the way that things were. But we're doing things our own way.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing things in a way that works for us. But I admire, you know? I admire the way that old MCs used to run. And I'm taking a lot of inspiration from that. I'm a big fan of structure.
We love structure.
I'm a big fan of known roles and where you fit in to a group. So we're doing a lot of that. But we're catering the Raiders to us, to work for us. And so if something doesn't work, then we toss it, try something else.
I definitely appreciate that. Nothing worse than people stuck in their ways or stuck in a particular way. forcing it to work.
What doesn't work doesn't work.
There's one thing I always found surprisingly works well. I never thought it, well, I thought it would cause more issues than good when I first found myself wanting to join the club. It's something that I would never want changed, looking back and going forward, was the 100% rule. I don't know if that's something you have or even know of.
No, I'm not familiar.
Well, when I first became a hang-around, I was told the only way that I would be accepted into the club is if I got a yes from every member in the club. Every jacketed member in the club. Or, correction, sorry, every patch member in the club. It's been a long 5 years. But that's something that it's a major puzzle piece in the BBMC's success. Even to the point where we had 22, 23, 24 members, and 80% of them, you know, had a vote. It may seem like a lot, but it probably one of the biggest puzzle pieces. Gives everybody a voice that they feel like they actually have.
We want to do things the same way. Because right now, the group that we have, I trust every single one of them with my life. And if I trust them with my life, then I trust them enough to let me know if somebody that we're interested in bringing into the club isn't a good fit. And if somebody is brought in, then it means that I trust them with my life. And if that's what that means, then their voice has equal say. I think that's how it should be done.
Definitely. Because on top of that, it doesn't just, you know, it stops people from gravitating to people they need, or they feel they need, you know, approval from, or a yes from, right?
Yeah, because you know you need it from everyone.
Mm-hmm. But it's also on the, you know, it's on that member as well to make equal effort.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying, you know, be their friend or anything, they're fucking hang around, but you can't sit there for 3 weeks, month, maybe more, avoid them, never talk to them, and then when the vote comes around and you say, and that person says no, they should always be held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you are ever trying out new things, That's one major thing I would suggest. That's how we got to 25 or 26 of the scariest people in the city. All for their own different reasons.
Yeah. What makes you scary?
I think that's perspective.
Okay, so from your perspective, what makes you scary?
How I operate. And what I'm willing to do.
What are you willing to do?
Before the government collapsed, we had the best way I can describe it as a parasite problem. We had somebody who was after somebody in the club, and he would not relent. He never got his hands on that person, and it wasn't at my time the position to do anything to him. But he and his cousin at the time, well, still his cousin regardless if he died or not, was overlooking our home. We caught eye of them, chased them down, got them to stop, got them handcuffed, brought them to the camp up in near Chiliad. You know the one I'm talking about? Have you been up that way?
Yeah.
And stood there handcuffed. I gave him the simple warning because he didn't know who I was. Obviously hadn't done his research on the club. And my warning to him and to anybody who comes near anybody that I care about. So I will stand in front of anybody and give the same thing of that the person who's done whatever they're planning to do or had done, will be the last person that I come for. I will make sure that I go for everybody else. And I've moved past, you know, simple things like guns and bullets and shooting this person, shooting that person. The people that they hold dear will feel fear, they'll feel unsafe, and then they will feel as much pain as they can take. And I'll make sure that the main person that causes all knows exactly what they caused. And only then, when I'm satisfied that that's happened, I will come for them. I don't give a fuck who they are.
Is that what would hurt you?
Hmm. That would hurt anybody.
Not anybody.
Well, I mean, there's special circumstances for those who don't care. Some people are beyond that. Most people, you know, some people have large circles that they care about. Some people have a lot smaller circles that they care about, that they hold dear to themselves.
I think what you're counting on in situations like that is that people hold themselves accountable for the people that love them. Most people do. Some people don't.
It's a good way to teach people accountability. But I also know it's not something to do lightly. That Parasite in particular definitely earned that threat. And earned what followed. So for me, I think, yeah, that's probably what it is. For others, I'm told I'm intimidating. I scare people. But that was a long time ago, so things probably changed.
I'm not trying to tell you that you're not scary. I'm just not easily intimidated.
I wasn't expecting you to say either way, so.
I'm sure I could give you a handful of people that you'd scare the shit out of.
Honestly, I would have been shocked if you told me, yeah, you're intimidating, or, you know, I'm scared of you. I wouldn't hardly think that you would say that, or even think
Am I
that.
intimidating?
Well, likewise to me, I don't find many people personally intimidating, but definitely sees how a lot of people would find that you are. You hold yourself well and talk very well.
Yeah, I do my best.
I could definitely give you more than a handful of people you'd probably scare the shit out of. So why here? Why Chumash?
Look at it. I feel better just being here. I don't ever want to be somewhere that I can't hear the ocean again.
Likewise. Well, despite the cunt on the jet ski that I'd really want to play target practice with, it's pretty relaxing.
That guy can go fuck himself.
It's not a bad place. Never really found myself out here. Fly up and down the highway, but that's about it.
Maybe we'll stop by more.
Yeah, wouldn't mind that. Is there anything else you'd like to know? Since I kind of just grabbed you until it was like an hour-long conversation.
I don't mind. I don't know. You want to be friends?
Is that actual friends now, or is this like you saying to Finn? Because like I didn't believe that for a second.
No, I mean it. Actual friends.
Yeah, don't see why not.
Okay.
So who's what in your club? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't mind.
You're obviously president. Wade's VP. Is there any of your other roles fleshed out, or?
Yeah, we do. Taylor. I'm sure you'll meet her at some point. She's our sergeant.
Lady Hope.
We've got Mason, who is the little brother I had a fight with, who's our road captain. Drake is our treasurer. Allie, and my best friend, is our chaplain. Then we got Rue that you met. That's
The very
our
friendly
enforcer.
one. Oh, perfect.
So friendly.
Perfect. That. If you had said, oh yeah, she's in a role, but guess I definitely would not have been saying treasure for sure. So
We got Dax, who's tail gunner, and then we've got Max and Manon, and they're just both founders. But yeah, it's our crew. We got 10 of us strong.
good structure in place already.
Yeah.
Hmm. In terms of hierarchy. 'Cause that's where I start to lose it with traditional MCs or just MCs in general. Everyone has their own take on it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're top of the food chain.
Yeah. In most cases.
In most cases.
I would say I'm in a tricky situation. Very good friends with most of these people.
Ah.
I can also be impulsive, and I recognize that about myself. I try and listen as much as I can. Because when I get in a mood, my feelings can get away from me. That's why I have the people that I do. Allie, Wade. Specifically. To kind of keep me grounded. I don't ever want to fuck anyone over because I am feeling feisty. It's happened before.
Yeah.
I spent a year in prison, but Allie spent 6 months because someone kind of looked at me funny and they happened to be an off-duty cop. I don't want to do that shit again.
I mean, did they get what they deserved?
Yeah, you could say that. She was a fucking bitch.
Well,
I don't know. If I'm on the way down, you know? I want the people who sign up to come with me to know that they're signing up to come with me. I don't want anyone to ever say that they didn't know the consequences.
As much as I agree with that statement, well, let me clarify. It was when this happened. Were you in a club or the club, as it stands now?
No,
No.
it was just me and Allie.
Okay, well then I can understand it a little bit more. In a club aspect, anybody who puts on a cut knows exactly what they're getting into, no matter what. You know?
Yeah.
I could, wake up one day, be doing my morning routine, relaxing, and somebody else could wake up who, has a warrant. Whether it be tiny or as big as they can get. Nobody in the club should ever need to know, oh, what's the warrant for? As that is to dictate whether they come help.
Mm-hmm.
And the same goes for situations. I could punch some asshole that looked at me funny, but I still did it, so fuck him. But I can understand it in the out of club aspect. It's a little bit different. I can imagine it's probably... I don't need to imagine, I've seen it. People find it difficult to... I was gonna say snap, but I guess like turn the switch on. Or where these people, for a brief moment, stop becoming... or stop being your friends in a certain capacity. There's a time you need to just snap people into what they should be doing, or how they should be feeling, or how they should be thinking in that moment.
Yeah. I think that's mostly what I meant when I said growing pains.
I can imagine there's a lot to think about, a lot to deal with day to day. A lot of strong-headed opinions. It seems to be the common reoccurrence with literally every MC that I bump into. That's why they work so well, but everyone's got an opinion and everyone's extremely strong-headed about it. I am no exception to that.
I think most everyone knows me, you know, as Lane. Outside of what we are right now. And we're all working to readjust to them knowing me as, you know, the person that they knew before, but also, you know, the Lane that is trying to lead us.
Run the club. Not even run the club at this point. Build it.
It's a lot.
There's one thing I definitely have to imagine, and I don't even know if it's something I can give input on. I would have to even think about it, is you are, speaking as the Raiders, are probably the first proper unknown that I bumped into since the city established its government again. And that is going to be just as hard it is, you know, for you as it is for me figuring out about you guys. I'm sure Wade has his connections, right? Obviously.
I'm sure you'll figure us out.
I've got a pretty good idea so far. The general idea. Only so much you can get from standing in the snow at the end of a pier.
Yeah, I'd say so. You got opinions?
On, well, you guys?
Yeah. On me? On what I've said?
I have no opinion about the Raiders. I mean, I don't really, as much as I can go off of what you told me, and you know, stuff that you probably got coming ahead, and your growing pains and stuff like that, which, you know, all sounds about right for a small MC. Although good, I would, what's the word? I can't think of the word, so I'll just say it differently. I do like that you have a structure. I think that's very, very good. You have all your roles in place. That's a very good thing. For now, you know, stuff can change. But when it comes to groups, I mean, it comes down to what they do, the reputation they form, their how they practice themselves. You know, that's when I'll form my opinion. Fully, I have no opinions on any individuals because I don't know them. You seem nice.
Oh yeah, I seem nice.
Yeah, you seem nice.
What does that mean?
Just seem nice.
Yeah, you seem nice.
Seem smart. Head screwed on. Got a plan. All good things.
I'll take that.
Yeah, just seem nice.
I hate the word nice.
I already know, yeah. The moment I said it, or just the moment you questioned it, I knew you hated it.
What, you like people calling you nice? So uninteresting. It's the most default opinion that anyone can have about anybody else. Nice.
I mean,
All it means to me is that you really don't have opinion on me yet.
I gave the rest of my opinion.
Yeah, you said I was smart.
I mean, am I wrong?
No.
There you go.
Fucking nice.
I love the fact that that's wound you up so much.
Yeah, it fucking bothers me.
Yeah, and you've let me have that now as well, so something I
Yeah.
can hang on to.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know how I hide that one though.
Yeah, I won't say it in front of the rest of them.
Thanks.
God forbid.
God forbid anyone think I'm nice.
Yeah. Big and scary, right? That's what you're
I
big
don't
and
think
scary.
I'm fucking nice.
You've been nice
I think
to me.
I'm patient. I think I'm compassionate when I need to be. I think I can be kind. I don't think I'm nice.
Oh, you really fucked up letting me have that.
Use it against me and you fucked up, okay?
Mm.
I should get out of here.
Yeah, you probably have other stuff to deal with. Or your day to get on with, to be honest.
A little of both.
Well, I appreciate you let me waste your time.
I wouldn't say that it was a waste of time.
No?
No.
Well, I appreciate it nonetheless.
I'm sure that we'll do it again.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm back in a few days anyway. A few things I need to handle, so. Oh, now it stopped snowing. Now it stopped snowing. Stood here for an hour and a half nearly, and now it stopped snowing. Fucking classic. It is actually classic.
Be safe, okay?
Likewise. That was interesting. I will give my thoughts because you won't get my thoughts for a few hours or like a few days. That was interesting. That went much longer than I thought it was going to go. She has definitely piqued interest. Really interesting individual. Bye.